course, I am here with Honorable Ndode. Honorable Ndode, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
So, of course, the issue now is Biafra activists. This is Brechim here, Chidebere Onwudi, where Benjamin Madubu and David we see these people are in the prison for 3 years now, and the issue, the main charge against them, Nigeria levied against them is the issue of treasonable felony. And you can see treasonable felony is not supported by any written law in Nigeria. So how do you look at this issue now?
Thank you very much. But before I start, I would like to commiserate with the Biafrans out there who have lost their kids or their family members in this struggle. I must say that may Chukwu Abiyama, Okike Abiyama, give them the strength to condole everything that is happening. I can say that it's not easy, but I still believe that at the end of the day, when it is yet to Huru, Biafra will be achieved.
Of course, yeah.
Coming to the last court session on April, I must say it's laughable. It is laughable for a whole justice of the federal government, Justice Binta Nyako, to adjourn a case based on frivolity, based on something that is not founded. How can you delay justice for over 2 years? And at the end of the day, when you are supposed to give the final verdict, and you said that you are going for a prayer, a Muslim Islam prayer, it's laughable in a country like this. It can never happen in any other part of the world. And coming to the case itself, there is no case to answer. They arrested Nnamdi Kanu the first, then other people as co-defendants. These people did nothing. There is no case to answer. If you can listen to the defense counsel of these people, Barrister Jofo,
yeah,
he enumerated that there is no case to answer. When you talk about treasonable felony, is when you are planning for war against a nation, or for war against a head of state, or war against governor, or a constituted authority, or federal government authority. And when you are talking about war, you talk about arms, bearing arms, fighting, preparation for war. There was no such thing. So when you talk about treason and arms, you don't talk about IPOB or IPOB members. These people never bear any arms.
Yes, of course.
These people never conspired for war. These people never agitated for war. Their only crime is that they are agitating for sovereign state of Biafra, which is recognized under international and the local law.
Recently, Justice Binta Nyako released the Boko Haram members detained, and Boko Haram have been killing people, destroying properties.
And my brother, this has been happening for a very long time.
Yes.
The one that just happened a few days ago was an eye-opening, yes, to the whole of Biafrans and Nigerians that are watching. You cannot tell me that the military operatives caught 3 people and they arraigned them as suspects of Boko Haram. And you release them saying that there is no witness.
Yes.
Then you held Biafrans that
for more than 2 years.
For more than 2 years without arms, without witnesses, and there was nobody to witness. No witness came on board, and you hold them for 2 years. This is injustice.
That is in Akwa Ibom State. The court gave Brechim an unconditional release and they charged the Nigerian government to compensate him with 5 million naira for damages. And when the DSS refused to obey court order, DSS kept Bright Chimezie in the prison, disobeyed court order. Then in the month of March 2018, Justice Binta Nyako, this issue was brought before her own court. Instead of ordering the DSS to obey court order, and Binta Nyako gave DSS order to transfer Bright Chimezie to Kuje prison. How do you look at it?
Like I said, justice delayed is justice denied. The court, a competent court, gave order that someone should be released and be compensated with 5 million naira.
Yeah.
That alone shows that the person in question is being detained illegally.
Yes.
So this is not the first time it is happening to Biafrans, and we know that all these things are politically motivated. Let me tell you the truth.
You are saying that the government is influencing the court.
The government is influencing the court. There is no two ways about it. You don't tell me, listen, you don't tell me, look at the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The military invaded his house. There were evidences. There were people videoing. Even the press carried it. There were photos. There were evidence. There were witnesses that confirmed that the army invaded people and killed scores of people.
Yes.
And when the matter was brought to court, the same justice Binta Nyako waved it over. The court wasn't even discussing about it. In Nigerian case, the federal government is always intimidating the court to do their bid.
Therefore, you're saying that the federal government doesn't have the right to influence the court.
Of course.
But this is what we are seeing in Nigeria.
Exactly. Because the judiciary is independent.
Yes, of course. So that is it. Now, these people and Biafrans, they embark on self-determination.
Yeah.
And Nigeria domesticated self-determination to their own local laws.
Yes.
And look at the African Charter on Human and the People's Rights.
Right.
These people, they embark on self-determination. Do you have something to say regarding this self-determination and our people are being incarcerated in Nigerian prisons?
It is enshrined in Nigerian law, 2004, federal law, article of Human and People's Rights. It is enshrined in human rights. When you talk about human rights, you talk about people's right to eat, people's right for freedom of speech, people's right to live, people's right for self-determination. To know it is obtainable for the citizens, indigenous people of a particular area to decide if they are to amalgamate to one country or another, or if they want to have their own country by themselves.
Yes.
So federal government of Nigeria supports this, and they tactically put it in their constitution.
Yes.
And according to international law too, there is every right of people to be self-determined. There are even rules for that, so that because they know that sometimes the federal government or the government of the day will try to truncate the system. So there are rules for that.
And that is exactly what the indigenous people.
That is exactly what indigenous people are doing.
Yes.
Don't bear arms. Don't oppress. Don't terrorize. And the IPOB is following all the rules of international law to be self-determined.
Now, as it is, the IPOB we have today, IPOB has maintained the democratic process. They respect the law, both Nigerian law and international law.
Yes.
All the principles of democracy, IPOB respect it.
Yes,
are you getting me? And they are being killed. They are being castrated illegally. So Nigeria is oppressing the law, that is African Charter on Human and the People's Rights. Yeah. Every human rights group, they are shouting, telling Nigerian government to respect human rights, and Nigerian government doesn't listen to them. This is what is now happening in Nigeria. Now, based on this, Nigerian government is now truncating their own law. That is what we are seeing now.
Exactly.
So what do you tell the general public?
It's true. They can never give Biafrans justice. Several times there have been calls from international body to release Nnamdi Kanu. There have been several statements from United Kingdom and US telling Nigerians that proscribing IPOB as an illegal terror organization is illegal and is very wrong, but they never listen. Yes. The Amnesty International has also given their own part of it, being that the federal government, as a matter of fact, have killed scores of IPOB agitators and defenseless people. You shoot them on a gunpoint, and that alone is a extrajudicial killing and is against the law. The federal government of the day made the law, and they are going against the law. There is respect for judges and justice, yes, of the federation. Yes. That respect and honor, you have to live up to that. Yes. You don't play with people's life. Yes. You don't play with,
especially the law.
Yes. And listen, let me tell you, the federal government, they are trying to, according to them, protecting the unity of the country. But they should never interfere to the self-determination of people as enshrined in the law. Because the people, as they are trying to protect the unity, they are trying to trample on the right of self-determination of indigenous people of Biafrans. And when you do that, when you interfere that, you are creating a very big problem you cannot handle. Yes. For example, so far as Biafra is there, you can never stop people from agitating for their self-determination. Yes. Because according to the international, the Nigerian law 2004, it says that when you are being oppressed, you have every right to agitate. If you are being oppressed by the government of the day, yes, by anybody, you have the right. Nobody have the right to oppress you. Nobody have the right to oppress anybody. So it is the right of the people to self-determine where they will belong. So don't deny them that right because you want to protect your unity. If they are okay, they cannot protest. They cannot agitate. But after 50 years of civil war, the same reason why Biafrans we are being killed, we are being cajoled, the traders in North, we are being robbed, killed. Yes. The same thing is still repeating itself today. Yes. So don't tell me that if you were in the shoes of the Biafrans, you won't agitate. So the federal government is trying to let the world know that they are for the North and not for the Southeast, South. Because if they are for the Southeast, South, they would have for long bring out a strategy or call people together, take the matter to the legislatures, let them legislate about it. Call the people, call a referendum. I said, call the Southeast, South. I said, what do you want? What do you want? Let's come on a round table. Let's discuss it. Yes. As a responsible government. Yes, and the government doesn't want to. Because you don't tell me you have 170 million citizens. And out of the 170 million citizens, about 80 million is saying that they want to go on their own way. They want to have their own separate state. And instead of calling them on a round table to discuss it, you were killing them. bringing soldiers, trying to crush them, trying to stampede on them that they will not talk. That is not the way. You are creating more problems because, let me tell you the true fact, any person you kill his son can never ever forgive you for killing his son. Any person you kill his daughter can never forgive you. So in that case, you don't tell me that you want to achieve the unity of the country by killing the citizens of the country. Justice Binta Nyako is supposed to release the co-defendants of Mazen Namdekano, Chidebere Onwudiwe, Benjamin Madubogo, Bright Chimezie, David Nwawusi. Should release them unconditionally.
There is Justice Binta Nyako should release them unconditionally because they don't have any case.
They have no case to answer.
Yes.
When you bring people to the court, charging them of capital offense, you are amending the charges every day. That means there is no concrete evidence for charging these people. You are saying that they are operating a radio station or whatever, which is not operational in your country. And you said that they imported electronic gadget transmitter from abroad. When did importation of electronics abroad becomes a crime in the country? And then it is not a case of treason if somebody imported a transmitter from abroad. This is a case of custom. And it is not a capital offense. Someone can pay charges. So is this why you are keeping somebody for over 2 years
in the prison?
In the prison, the person must have outstayed his charges.
So what you're saying right now is Justice Binta Nyako,
if she knows what she is doing as a judge and as the justice of Nigerian Federation, he would, as a matter of fact and urgency, release the 4 people unconditionally because they have no case to answer.
Thank you very much. Of course, the Biafran activist, the Bright Chimezie, David Nwawusi, Benjamin Madubogo, and Chidebere Onwudiwe, these Biafran activists, they don't have any case to answer. And there is, according to the legal counsel, IPOB legal team, they are saying that they don't have any case before Justice Binta Nyako, before her court, that they don't have any case. That Justice Binta Nyako talking about bail or trial does not make any sense. What Justice Binta Nyako has to do is to release Biafran activists unconditionally. These Biafran activists have been in the prison for over 2 years. These people, and they did not commit any crime, just that they embark on self-determination. And self-determination is supported by international law and the local laws of Nigeria. Nigeria domesticated self-determination to their own local laws. So there is no reason for Nigeria to kill, to imprison Biafrans for embarking on self-determination. This is what is happening right now. So we are calling on Justice Binta Nyako to respect the law. In the next court case, Justice Binta Nyako must release Biafrans unconditionally so that they will go to their way, because these people, they did not commit any crime against the laws of Nigeria, against international law, against the democracy they practice there. So we embark on self-determination. So this is the matter. Of course, Honorable, thank you very much for your contribution. Of course, Justice Binta Nyako must to release Biafran activists unconditionally. So here is the truth of the matter. Thank you very much for watching.
To set Biafra free, Lord no. Calling the African Union, talk about my freedom. calling the folk corners of this world to set Biafra free, Lord. For so Biafra freedom, freedom is what we need now. Freedom, freedom is what we want now. Biafra freedom, freedom is what we need now. Freedom, freedom is what we want now. Calling the United Nations to set my people free. Calling the League of the Nations to set Biafra free. Lord, no. Calling the African Union, talk about my freedom. I'm calling the folk corners of this world to set Biafra free, Lord. For so long